Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm still in the scratcher, so I'm gonna keep the camera away. So KMT is back. Kelly Marie Tran, actually Loan or Lone, whatever her actual name is. Now, here's the divergence. Here's where we all diverge, where we lose a few people, and the herd or the attack squad gets pared down. As Gary Vee says, the internet does not care about your feelings. As Milo and Ben Shapiro says, facts don't care about your feelings. Uh, what I'm noticing actually is two very different energetic streams. You follow Gary Vaynerchuk and kind of people in that entrepreneurial community. They don't want to hear, like, they would smack Kelly Marie Tran down uh, for whinging about harassment, about Sally Pants 87, as Gary talks about. Uh, just not interested. Now, it's interesting to me to see how this lady is the go-to, the rollout girl whenever a Disney Star Wars project bombs. After Solo, that started. Kelly Marie Tran disappears. After a Resistance trailer, Resistance bombs. It's ratioed nuclear style. Oh, I'm just waking up. Out she comes again. uh, what's interesting to me is how this is like the only. This is Disney's. Oh, Disney. This is Disney's primary response, or at least the primary visual response. Now, no more than when you're in Jurassic Park when your man gets attacked by the raptors. Clever girl. It's not the raptor he saw that got him. It's the one that was using the distraction, the decoy of the raptor he saw that got him. Clever girl. This fucker won't stay up in his perch. uh, so Disney's distracting us with the fucking KMT harassment story. Meanwhile, they're changing the pace. Now it's only my interpretation, but they are changing the pace. Like, I mean, I don't need a fucking particle accelerator or electron capture detector to convince me of that, to prove that it's fucking it's observable. A mouse could fucking spot it. Now, having said that, I didn't spot it until Ivan Ortega mentioned it on his piece about Star Wars Resistance. fucking dawned on me. Bang on. A direct, perfect analogy was the switch from 432 hertz to 440 hertz back in the day as what was like some standard, musical standard fucking. Oh, I don't even know. Is it C sharp or something? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Alexa, what is 440 hertz?
440 hertz is 26,400 revolutions per minute.
Alexa, I love you.
That's nice of you to say.
Alexa, what is the frequency of C sharp?
I don't know that one.
All right. Do it yourself. Yeah. You're right. I should do that myself. Now, basically, yeah. Changing the pace, changing the tempo, fucking with the tempo. They're basically playing the drummer. They're pretending to be the drummer. They're trying to basically, like Ringo Starr said, on the fucking click track. They're trying to be the click track, which is fine. That's fine. The tempo. They're trying to dictate the tempo and the rhythm. The rhythm. Yeah. Percussion. It's the job of percussion. Percussion isn't percussion the primary, was it a bass line or acoustic profile that comes out of an engine, like a jet engine or internal combustion engine. Alexa, define percussion.
Percussion is usually defined as the act of playing a percussion instrument or, alternatively, the act of exploding a percussion cap.
Oh my god! Alexa, what is a percussion cap? Alexa, what is a percussion cap?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, are you silly?
You can always send feedback through the help and feedback section of the
That was a question, you twit. All right, back on track. So, yeah, again with the changing of the pace. Why introduce KMT now when resistance is fucking falling off a cliff? To dominate the narrative, change the narrative, control the narrative, take people's attention off that, switch it, mix it up, maybe play the victim in a sense. Fine, I get it. But what that does, the upshot of that is they're throttling the tempo. They're changing the tempo. Trying to take the momentum out of this collapse that resistance is going through. Maybe buy themselves some breathing space or whatever. Like, take the inertia out of it. There's no taking the inertia out of this. You can't. You see, I said this before. You can't keep sniping from the same position. You have to change your position. Now, I did notice a slight change in that there was actually resolution in this press release about Loan or Lone, saying how that's her real name. She used to hide that name. Oh, she used to get bullied, blah blah blah. Yeah, all right. They're not the first people to start talking about bullies. There's a reason they're playing this card. There's a reason they're playing the bullying card. and New York Times, no matter which way you slice it, it's the fucking race card you're playing. What you were saying about white men, straight up racism. Now, straight up blatant racism. You'll be held accountable for that later. But for now, we don't care. I don't care. It's only shaffoed. You're only you might as well be saying, "Oh, I got butter on myself." Like what? What? So we'll deal with you later. But coming out through Disney or through KMT and her agents or whatever, there's resolution to this story, which is good. That's better than the other end of things when they were, because they're always usually complaining about shit. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. So that's good. That's something to work with. It's as a metric. Now it might be again an attempt to like chaff, throwing out chaff, an attempt to fucking redirect. Fair enough, it will redirect some people, but other people aren't interested. People who consume Gary Vaynerchuk's material are immune to this bullshit. Straight up, immune. It's like fucking hardened electronics on the satellites. They don't get knocked out by the fucking CMEs. The CMEs, the fucking maybe a CME would take them out, but the coronal hole strings. Yeah. New York Times. you just keep smothering yourself in that butt butter. Butt butters. What else? Yeah, well, this is all this. Yeah, that's basically it. It's a very simple concept. I had a weird ass dream last night that me and some other guys, I don't know what I think we're like some sort of a fucking hit squad or something, goon squad, and we were in this room, and our target was basically Catwoman. She wasn't Catwoman in it, but like she was called something else, but she was basically like Dunn Store's version of Catwoman. It became obvious to me that we weren't going to win. One of the weapons she had on the table that she was kind of studying behind this desk was a petrol pump. You know, the petrol pump gun. The thing that the boys in Zoolander used for their little petrol party fight. Clipped off with, I don't know, like 6 inches of fucking hose pipe coming out at the bottom. It was weird. I tweeted a couple tweets just to log the experience, to link back to remember, because it was going fade fast and it has faded. Like it was intense. It was intense. So it's kind of like a speed bump. This KMT thing. There's a bit of info in there that may, my elbow's fucked. That may be worth something. That may be valuable. A bit of potentially valuable info, but the metadata, the meta info, the upshot, what is to be understood from all of this is Disney are taking evasive action. This is an evasive maneuver because Star Wars Resistance, and more importantly, their streaming service is under severe stress. Nobody's paying for your. How did you think that cartoon was going to get people to want to pay money for your streaming service? You probably didn't think that was. You probably didn't think. And I understand that because I don't think most of the time too. So, holy shitbags, Batman. We're not going to get the Star Wars Resistance is not going to be a revenue stream. Any sort of a revenue stream. Probably wouldn't even pay for the fucking broadband. Won't even pay for the servers. It must be the angry white men again. What do we do? Fucking bring out Kelly Marie Tran. No, that's just going to make it worse. That's just going to make it worse. Resistance is still futile. It's funny, actually, how a video on the Borg popped up in my YouTube yesterday. I haven't fucking watched Star Trek or encountered the Borg in a long time. And there they are. Just as the fucking Resistance is futile idea pops up. Mark with a C. My elbow is still totally disjointed, out of joint, locked. My right elbow. So yeah, Disney seems to still be using same tactics, and I find it's often more advantageous to overestimate your enemy than underestimate your enemy. So I'm chucking this all down to like Bart Simpson indicating left and turning right, or we'll say a target aircraft or projectile deploying chaff to confuse the radar systems, the tracking systems. Their attempt to change, dominate, affect, skew the narrative. Their attempt to take people's attention, deflect people's attention off of resistance. And at the top tier, an attempt to control the pace. A la the shift from 432 to 440 hertz. That's the significant one. So it's like it's stacked, you know. It's a little bit of all of them, depending on what way you want to look at it. Like, again, of course, I cannot describe intent because I'm having enough trouble most of the time in ascribing intent in my own head, in my own actions. So the last thing I want to do is do it to other people. But I will say, I realize now with this latest New York Times op-ed on KMT, if it's not intentional, it doesn't matter because the effect is the same. They're just going. They're doubling down. They're doubling and doubling and doubling down. They're quadrupling down on the tight spiral of logic that it's harassment, it's oh man, they just keep coming up with like new terms to talk about overweight white male aging Star Wars fans. Just different, you know. But anyway, what struck me listening to that, to Marco de C reading out that piece, they're unapologetic. They're not interested in exploring any other. They're not interested in. They're just interested in the drama around he said, she said, what he said to her, and no. They're not interested in resolution in any way, shape, or form. Maybe if this is true, if this isn't just a fucking work, then this KMT lady or her Loan, I can see her finding resolution on this, but not the rest of them. Like Ryan Johnson, I came across this story yesterday. Seen a tweet from Ryan Johnson. He's just gone. You're not coming back, are you? Are you, buddy? You're not coming back. Wherever it is you're gone, you're not coming back. Honestly, I don't want to see any again. None. I hope you resolve your issues and then, for the next phase of your life. And it seems that KMT, Loan, may be doing that. And that's great. But I want you all gone. Every last fucking one of you. See, because it's about personal growth. It's about personal development. I think there's a lot of people fucking going the opposite way. God rest her soul, Carrie Fisher. I'd keep her. I'd keep Harrison Ford, but most of the rest of you, gone. Whoever Chewbacca is, I keep him. That's it. And I might be leaving somebody out by accident. But the most obvious one, I'm not leaving him out by accident. No name. All right, coffee time.